Have you ever opened your eyes one quiet morning and asked yourself, what truly decides how long I'll live? Not the kind of question that flickers through your mind between the alarm and the coffee pot, but one that settles in your chest heavy and real, like a whisper that's been waiting for you to slow down enough to hear it. After 60, time changes its rhythm. The mornings don't rush like they used to. The light through the curtains feels softer, the air quieter, yet somehow every sunrise starts to mean more. What you do in those first hours can quietly sculpt the length and quality of your life, even when you don't notice it happening. The truth is, your body listens. Your habits, your emotions, your routines, they all tell it how to live, how to heal, and how long to keep going. And most people never realize that those small morning choices, the way you breathe, what you reach for, how you greet the new day, are quietly writing the story of your years. Because after 60, your body becomes like an old friend. Wise, forgiving, but honest. It gives back exactly what you give it, no more, no less. And that's where these 7 morning habits come in. They aren't trends or fads or something you'll find on a glossy magazine page. They're the kind of habits that live quietly in the background of long, healthy lives. Things older Americans who seem to never age have been doing for decades, almost without thinking about it. The first is greeting your day with stillness before motion. Not a rush to grab the phone, not the mental sprint through today's chores, but a slow, grounded pause. Scientists talk all the time about cortisol, stress hormones, the heart rate spike that comes from waking in chaos. But here's what they don't often mention. When you start your day in stillness, even for just 60 seconds, your heart actually synchronizes differently. The nervous system resets, the blood pressure steadies, and your brain shifts from reaction to control. You might call it prayer, reflection, or just sitting quietly with your coffee before anyone else wakes up. But that moment is your anchor. It trains your body to age slower, to operate from peace instead of panic. Those who live past 80 with grace aren't always the ones who exercised more. They're the ones who learn to start from calm. The second habit is hydration with intention. Americans love their coffee, but water, plain, clean, room temperature water, acts like an internal sunrise. After 60, your metabolism naturally slows, your blood thickens, and your cells don't absorb oxygen as efficiently. But a glass of water right after waking starts a tiny miracle inside you. It thins the blood, wakes up digestion, and signals the liver that it's time to detoxify. Most elders who maintain sharp minds and youthful energy swear by that first glass. They treat it not as a task, but as a ritual, almost sacred. Some add a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes. Some squeeze lemon. Others just hold the glass with both hands and take a slow breath before drinking. It's not about flavor, it's about rhythm. That quiet ritual tells your body, we're alive. Let's begin again. The third habit, often ignored but deeply powerful, is gentle morning movement. And I don't mean hitting the treadmill or bending like a yoga instructor on TV. I mean the kind of motion that wakes the joints, reintroduces you to your body, and stirs circulation through sleepy limbs. Walk barefoot for a few steps. Stretch your arms toward the ceiling, rotate your shoulders. Simple moves, but with purpose. Because stiffness is the silent thief of independence after 60. It sneaks in day by day, stealing mobility before you even realize it's happening. But when you move intentionally every morning, even for 5 minutes, you're sending a message to your muscles and joints. We still need you. Don't give up on us yet. And the body listens. That's the quiet power of morning movement. It tells your entire system that today is not just another day to survive, but a day to live. And then comes the fourth, a habit that separates those who simply grow old from those who keep growing wiser. Feeding your mind before your mouth. Before breakfast, before scrolling headlines filled with noise and fear, take a moment to nourish your thoughts. Read a few lines of something uplifting. It could be scripture, poetry, a quote from a journal, or even a short note you wrote to yourself years ago. The human mind after 60 is like a garden. It grows what you plant in it each morning. Negative news first thing in the day can set the tone for the entire nervous system, increasing inflammation, even altering digestion. But gratitude, curiosity, kindness, they release different chemicals, ones that repair rather than erode. Long-lived people share this subtle habit. They don't start their day reacting to the world. They start creating the tone of their inner one. The fifth habit is simple to name yet hard to master: eating your first meal like it matters. After 60, digestion becomes the quiet clock that dictates everything else. Mood, immunity, energy, even memory. The people who age well don't skip breakfast out of convenience. They treat it as medicine. Think of oatmeal sprinkled with nuts, a slice of avocado toast, berries, maybe a soft-boiled egg. The point isn't perfection, it's peace. The older body doesn't respond well to shock, heavy fats, sugars, or skipping meals altogether. But when you give it steady fuel, something changes inside. Your pancreas releases insulin more evenly, your heart rate steadies, your brain fog lifts. Many older Americans who've stayed sharp into their 90s say the same thing. They learned to eat slowly, talk kindly, and start their day with real food. They sit by a window, maybe the TV murmuring in the background, sunlight brushing their coffee mug, and for those minutes the world feels just right. That quiet pleasure is part of the nutrition, because stress eats up more years than cholesterol ever will. Then there's the sixth habit, connection before isolation. This one's invisible to most doctors, yet it may be the most decisive of them all. Loneliness in the morning sets a biochemical tone for the whole day. Studies show it raises cortisol and dulls the immune system, but forget the data for a second. Feel it. You know the difference between mornings when someone calls you just to say hi and mornings when the house feels too quiet. The people who live longest tend to build a small ritual of connection before noon. Maybe they text a friend, step outside, to greet the neighbor walking his dog, or share a laugh with the lady at the diner who's poured their coffee for 20 years. Some even talk to their late spouse out loud, whispering a thank you into the morning air. It sounds sentimental, but it's not. It's biochemical reality. Warm human connection floods the bloodstream with oxytocin, lowers blood pressure, and resets inflammation. You can literally feel your heart relax. So pick up the phone, wave across the street, pet your cat, and mean it. Whatever keeps your soul from turning silent. The seventh habit is the quiet crown of them all, choosing purpose before routine. Every morning after 60, you get a choice. Drift through the motions or aim the day at something that still matters. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be yours. Maybe it's tending a small garden, mentoring a younger worker, painting, fixing something in the garage, or volunteering for a few hours. Purpose isn't about productivity. It's about aliveness. People often assume aging is what slows them down, but the truth is, losing purpose accelerates aging more than anything else. When you wake up with even a small reason to care, the entire body behaves differently. Your cells sense the motivation, your breathing steadies, your digestion quickens, and the immune system primes itself for another round. Purpose, in the language of the body, means we're still needed, and that belief alone can stretch the timeline of your life in ways no medicine can. But there's a hidden layer to all this, a kind of rhythm tying the 7 habits together. It's not about perfection or checking boxes. It's about respect. Respect for your mornings, for the borrowed time we call another day. The elders, who seem timeless, don't necessarily have better genes, they have better mornings. They protect the first hour of the day like it's sacred territory. They don't let anxiety, TV news, or regret storm through the door first. Instead, they curate peace, movement, nourishment, connection, and meaning, all before the world starts demanding their attention. That's what separates living long from merely surviving long. Think about a man in Kansas, 73 years old, who starts each day feeding birds behind his house. He stretches his back while the sunrise glows on his fence, drinks his water, slowly says a quiet prayer, and walks 2 laps around the yard. He eats eggs and toast with his wife, shares a laugh about the weather, then sits to plan which tool he'll fix that afternoon. Nothing dramatic, nothing expensive, but in those rituals lives a blueprint for longevity. Or take a woman in Oregon, 69, who begins her mornings writing letters to her grandchildren she may never send. It centers her mind. She says it makes her feel part of time itself. That calm, deliberate joy seeps into her heart and keeps it strong. Across America, these stories repeat quietly. Folks who don't chase youth yet somehow embody it. Their secret is that they let mornings teach them how to live gently but intentionally. And when you break it down, every long-lived elder's morning shares the same unspoken message. I'm still here, and this day matters. Those words are powerful medicine. Modern life tries to rush us, to tell us age means slowing down, but the truth is, it means refining what counts. When you're young, you live in broad strokes. After 60, you start painting details. Each sunrise becomes an opportunity to care more, not less. And when you care more, your body mirrors it. The pulse steadies, the breath deepens, inflammation lowers, sleep improves, and stress releases its grip. Longevity isn't hidden in supplements or trendy diets. It's encoded in these invisible habits that anchor your spirit before the world gets loud. And maybe that's the quiet secret no one tells you. The length of your life isn't just measured in years, but in mornings well lived. Every time you open your eyes, stretch your hands, and decide to care for yourself, you add another invisible stitch to the fabric of your longevity. It's not flashy, it's not loud, and it doesn't show up on social media feeds, but it builds something unbreakable inside you. A quiet resilience, a deep gratitude that keeps the heart beating steady when life throws its storms. Some mornings won't feel magical. Some will ache with old injuries or silence or memories of faces you miss. That's okay. Longevity isn't about escaping pain. It's about learning to meet it with gentleness, because gentleness is what keeps the soul young. People spend fortunes searching for anti-aging miracles, but the truth sits right here, in these ordinary dawn rituals that shape the extraordinary. Breathe slow, drink water, move softly, feed your mind with good words, eat like your body still matters, reach out, find purpose. That's the medicine of time itself. When you start to live like that, even your perception of age changes. 60 doesn't feel like an ending anymore, it feels like a vantage point. You look at the world not with the restlessness of youth, but with the clarity of someone who knows what's worth holding on to. And when your mornings begin with that kind of clarity, your body listens differently. It heals faster. It forgives more. Maybe that's why some folks in their 70s or 80s still walk with a lightness that surprises you. They've stopped fighting age like an enemy and started treating it like an old companion, one that walks beside them instead of chasing behind. They've learned that the way you start your day shapes the way your day treats you. It's a simple equation most of us overlook until we've run out of time to solve it. But when you finally see it, it changes everything. So, if you're listening to this right now, maybe sitting with your morning coffee, maybe the light just beginning to stretch across your kitchen floor, pause for a second. Feel that quiet air, that heartbeat that's still steady, that breath that's still yours. Every one of those is a sign that it's not too late to start. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to start treating your mornings as sacred again. Make them yours. Protect them from noise, from rush, from everything that steals the calm your body needs to heal. Because after 60, life doesn't demand more from you. It asks you to give better. Not harder, not faster, just better. And if you start tomorrow morning with even one of these habits, a glass of water, a stretch, a moment of quiet, don't underestimate it. That's how it begins. The most powerful changes always do. People often think longevity is a lottery, but it's really a practice. The ones who live longest aren't luckier, they're steadier. They've learned to listen to their bodies, their moods, the world waking up around them. They pay attention to the small things, because they know the small things build the big life. It's that simple and that hard. But you can do it. You just have to start and start again every morning. And maybe, one day, years from now, someone will look at you, at your steady hands, your calm voice, your easy laugh, and they'll ask how you managed to stay so alive, so full of quiet strength. And you'll smile, maybe sip your coffee and say, "It started one morning when I decided to care." Because that's the truth. Longevity doesn't arrive suddenly. It grows quietly inside those who make peace with the dawn. Every sunrise is an invitation to live a little longer, not just in years, but in spirit. And the beautiful thing is, you already have everything you need to accept that invitation. The light, the air, the water, the heartbeat. It's all still there, waiting. So tomorrow, when you wake, don't rush. Sit up slowly. Feel the bed under you, the breath in your chest. Say something kind to yourself. Let the sunlight touch your face like it's the first time, and remember, the secret to a long, meaningful life isn't hidden in a pill, a clinic, or a trend. It's right here, in the way you choose to begin. These 7 habits aren't rules, they're gifts. They're the gentle agreements between you and time itself. Keep them and time keeps you. Break them and time moves on without you. But the choice remains yours, as it always has been. So choose calm over chaos, gratitude over worry, purpose over distraction. Choose to meet your mornings with respect, and life will meet you with grace. Because at the end of it all, when the clock slows and the world quiets, you'll realize, something few ever do, that it wasn't the years that gave you life, it was the mornings. The way you rose, the way you breathed, the way you greeted each new day like a gift instead of a guarantee. That's the real secret of longevity. That's the quiet miracle that decides how long and how beautifully you'll live.